central to, maybe not to the meaning of your meaning of the work, but to the impact of the work, is that these are action figures, but they're frozen, so that what we're seeing is action stopped. Stop action figures.
That's one way of putting it, yeah, stop action figures.
In their being frozen, they have a better word. But you still feel their potential. With the Marilyns, for instance.
Yes.
All you see are heads. You might as well be looking at Warhol's signifiers. But you invested them with a different type of coding more appropriate to people who read films, who are not just entertained by films, but who live cinema.
Yeah, they will get it when I tell them.
Yeah, or might even get it before.
Yes. Yeah, every piece, whether it's for film or comic, the fans, anybody who loves those things, they will right away get what I'm talking about.
Right.
Because I'm a fan as well. I love pop culture. I love comic books, cartoons, and films.
You growing up, how much of that was available to you beyond TV? Was there a store?
Oh yeah.
Already in the 80s.
Was starting with movie reels, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, because my dad was in the military, we used to go to the Corps of Engineers.
Which?
Corps of Engineers.
Oh yeah.
And they had a video store. But before the videos was the movie reels, the 35 millimeter. So every weekend, every was Wednesday, I used to go there and pick a couple of films, for us to watch.
Hand free.
Yes, I was the projectionist. I still have a projector. I still have the same one. I used to thread the films. We watched them, put them back. Every weekend I used to do that. And then and all brand new movies. I mean, when the first Friday the 13th came out, the first Halloween, all of these, we used to get them right away. And then after that, we went up to VHS, Betamax. We went through the different versions. We always have video stores that we can rent, whether it's recorded from American TV or full movies. Yeah, it's, growing up, I had all of that.
Okay. Because just interesting to see how, not even talking about the accessibility of American culture, but the accessibility of the technology. Generally, you also get French films.
Oh yeah. Indian films. We have access to a lot of things.
Right. I'm sure the government suppressed certain films.
Yeah. Well, later on, like in the 90s, yes, 80s.
Oh, interesting.
Well, they suppress things with regular video stores, but when I go to the Corps of Engineers, no, we had some movies. My family, all the kids, go to your rooms. You can't watch. Oh no, watch.
Deep Throat.
Oh, good lord. Yeah, that's a different access. Yeah.
You have to be a major or higher.
Yeah, those had dealers for you to get them.
Right.
Yeah, Deep Throat was famous for. But I mean, growing up in Saudi Arabia, especially like in the 70s and 80s, it was until now it's very Americanized. The culture over there. Even the young kids now, it's very Americanized.
Yeah. Oh, from what you're telling me, that's what I'd expect.
Even more so now.
Yeah. Well, diplomatically, two countries have gotten closer.
Of course. Yeah. But for me, I've always been creative. I love painting. When I was in 6th grade, I entered a contest in the city of Riyadh. I got 6th or 7th place for the city of Riyadh for painting. So, and I stopped for a while, and then when I went back in 1990, when I came to the US to study, I went to the Colorado Institute of Art. Then my passion started relearning and enjoying doing art. So I had periods of work on my art. I stopped for a couple of years, work on my art. And then I stopped for a while after that, in the 2000s.
Just a different composition.
Yeah, they're all different compositions and different colors, but they portray a frozen snapshot in time. Because with resin, you can have things not just sitting. Things can be floating, things that can be flying. Just a snapshot, second snapshot.
So these are timeless and monumental. Cities will be monumental.
People cheating, fake, because a friend of mine was told the necklace is supposed to be an original Italian glass, but it's not. So we did it, it's called fake.
Is that the actual necklace?
Yeah. Yeah, he gave it to me from do something with it. Okay, I'll do a fake necklace so everybody can see.
Now it's worth more than it would have been if it had been real.
Yes, much more. And these I'm preparing the molds. I have to seal them, prepare the molds, and then start pouring. And I have a couple ready, but they have to be sanded and polished. So I work that each piece is a different level of completion. So I have
The same level of narrative.
the same level of what?
Narrative.
Yeah. This one is Vitruvian Man, Iron Man. So it's the past and the future, and it's kind of like the technology, how we were and where we're going. This one I just took out of the mold. It just needs to be cleaned up. It's Donald Duck and all these little rubber duckies around him. They're all floating in little bubbles.
We have shown some of his work either with light underneath and because of the translucent, I guess
Right, yeah,
physics, it looks really nice.
I'll bet.
It adds.
Yeah, it adds to them because that's the whole point I wanted, like translucency and thickness. So I have these sea urchins and comic books and this fast food. It's all a homage to the pyramids. To the pyramids. And what were the pyramids really? Source of energy, were they food storage? No. So each one is a different interpretation of what I think it might be.
Right. And collectively, they're monuments to an era.
Yes. And so it's a modern interpretation of what they were.
Right.
So these are the four colors, the four iconic dresses. So
Which is the pink dress?
this one is the scene, Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. And each one it's appeared in the movie, so I decided to use just the four colors. There's another one, but it's a Marilyn Monroe doll that I'm going to work on. And this is a Batman piece that I'm going to be working on. So, Carlos is helping me with the. This is a photo I took. All the photos I use.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, all the photos I use are my own photos.
Was this before the fire?
Yes, that was in 20. I think it was 2018. It was before my mom passed away. 2017, 2018. So it's gonna be another big piece. Oh yeah. So it's not.
And you're going to be putting under resin and
Yeah,
putting
Batman and the Bat.
right.
Something gonna be.
So Paris becomes Gotham City. Okay.
Yes, I like to juxtapose.
Ville Gotham.
Yes, sir. So I like to juxtapose things that are not usually together. At the Star Wars piece is Han Solo and Darth Vader, which is they don't match.
Right.
So Mickey Mouse in Ephesus in Turkey. So I like to mix things up a little bit.
Is this?
Yeah, this is Ephes in Turkey.
In Dacia.
Yeah. So he's.
Oh, okay.
He'll be
I thought it was Greece.
yeah, it's very similar. This is Dragon Ball Z. The guy, I forgot his name, and he uses his power for the first time, so everything explodes.
What was his name again?
The anime is Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, it's an anime.
Anime. Yeah.
Okay.
So each little thing I had to place very specifically, so everything shadows away from it.
All right.
It's just a hard to fix, but now we have to sand everything.
Is this a flaw?
Yeah, all of that has to be sanded
Okay.
because I still part of it is wet. I have to finish fixing it, and then all of it is going to be sanded smooth.
Will the finished version of all these pieces be essentially rough like this, or will it be
Smooth.
polished?
It'll be polished smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, the reason I have to fix some of them because either the mistake with the resin or the white things here. I used white silicone and it adhered to the resin. So I'm not using that anymore. So yeah, and these are some of the old pieces I get used to. So this is what I started doing. You see?
Can I see this in reproduction in the magazine?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I think we'll produce some.
Yes, that looks
Yeah, if you see, there are multiple thin layers. So I do the acrylic pour, resin, and then I painted the fish, resin, and then multiple layers of resin. So I was doing everything on boards and canvas, but I decided no, I'm gonna go bigger and thicker. So I started doing them in molds, which made my life a lot harder because it's a different type of resin. This is like art resin, but it's thin layers. And what I'm doing here is deep pour.
Yeah.
So this resin, we use it for 3 to 4 inches.
You've essentially gone from painting format to sculpture.
Basically, yes.
Or
It's in between. It's in between sculpture and painting.
and it's between New York pizza and Chicago pizza.
Basically, deep dish. Yeah. Although I like the New York style. I like the crust. So yeah, there's always things planned. I have each here. The items for each piece is already here. So I have a lot of pieces planned. I have one with the Universal Monsters and Mammoth Paris at night.
And which?
Mammoth. Mammoth. in Paris. Mammoth. Yeah. So I have the 4 of them. I have Dracula in another piece.
Did you see the Japanese film monsters like Rodin? Is that what you meant?
No, the Universal Monsters.
Okay.
Frankenstein, Dracula, Mummy. Just be careful.
I'll manage to get myself stuck in something.
I do it all the time. I cleaned it over and over again. But yeah, one issue that I have to, a whole month I have to keep fixing it. But at the end, it's I love what I'm doing. And this is my 3D printer. I'm working on
A 3D printer this size.
yes.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And actually, the price is I went ahead and checked. It's like $300.
Wow, that's,
Yeah.
you would think it's more, but for
So-
you it's perfect. If you need a piece that you can't find, you can print it.
That's what I'm doing. I'm setting up, making a file for with skulls. I'm gonna do the 6-inch cube with different skulls in it. So I'm gonna do series of them in different colors.
But also, you know, Peter is active film director, producer, and actor. So I think a lot of his pieces are almost like something you can get
They're
from
scenes.
film.
Well,
you know?
they're obvious.
Yeah, there's
Very
series from
clearly,
different movies, from
you know.
films.
It's like there's like a emotion to each piece.
Right. And they're less about animation than their sources are.
Yeah,
They're like the suspended between painting and sculpture. They're suspended between reality and or representation and fantasy.
yeah. And like the guys, we call them portals. The portals into different.
Portal?
There are portals.
Yes.
They give you a glimpse into a different reality.
Alice in the Looking Glass.
Yes.
Especially when we're looking at a piece, Peter, that he did of the wall of China, where he's doing this scene through this frame window, and when the way he used that piece, like you're looking through this dimension to look at what he created, so it almost feels like you can get through it.
On the Great, looking out of the Great Wall?
Yeah, from the outside looking into. And that was the Superman piece.
Yeah,
So you have like
Superman.
Superman flying over the wall. That's kind of like the scene of the piece.
It's,
Superman doesn't have to pay a tariff.
no, he doesn't.
And did you see these little comic books?
Yeah.
These little books, and then I was looking at it. I was like, oh, is this like American diet? Because I can recognize a lot of this
Oh, yeah.
as junk food.
Well, it can also be an homage to the movies because
Yeah,
this is what you see in the movies. This is what you eat in the movies.
yeah.
Oh,
it's pop culture.
I like that.
Yeah, it's pop culture. This is the Superman. So it's Superman over the wall, Great Wall of China.
I like the fact it takes the essential form of the landscape.
Yeah. And then I have the other one, the Aquaman, in a lily pond.
Yeah.
That's in the gallery.
We exhibit those with, and those are framed with the LED lights around.
Right.
So those are really fantastic.
So one of you said that's a significant piece because Aquaman is one of the older DC characters, super characters.
Mm-hmm.
And going back to the 40s, I think.
DC, 40s or was it 30s?
Well, Superman is
Superman was-
38, 39.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So Aquaman, so it would be Aquaman and the Flash,
yeah, those are the 40s.
and Aquaman and the Flash, Green Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Justice League, I think, was it?
Justice League is the 50s.
50s.
Or-
Okay.
I was collecting at the time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was 10.
Yeah.
But I remember I bought one of the earliest JLA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's long gone.
They're worth a lot of money now.
Tell me about it. So are the baseball cards.
So are the Picassos too. You should hold on to those.
Right.
And the Warhols.
Yeah, I had a Warhol, Keith Haring.
And you sold them before?
No, I went with my ex. So.
Oh, I see.
Like, it was stolen, basically. Yeah, I had a Keith Haring.
But is that like
Yeah,
the
keep
judge?
painting or-
No, a serigraph, Silence Equals Death.
That one.
Yeah. And I had Andy Warhol, Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
I actually met him as a collector because he has a really beautiful collection himself. And later on, I met him in his place, and he told me about his work, showed me his work. I was like, oh, it's like the more you meet, the collector artists, the more they surprise you of how deep they are into this industry. That was a nice surprise.
Yeah, we met at Sabrina Abbott's.
Yes.
And I already had 2 pieces and about 2 more.
Right, yeah. He's collected a few pieces from the artist, which her work's about painting candy wraps that she will find in public spaces, especially at the Loo, because she worked. I guess at some point there, she will walk around. Yeah, and she will find like this candy wraps, but the way she painted, like the shades and shadows, they just look beautiful.
Yeah, she paints whatever people throw away, food items, stuff like that. And I have 2 original pieces from her dad.
Oh, I didn't know he painted.
Roger.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he's very talented.
What are their full names?
Sabrina Abbott and Roger Abbott.
We had a show for about a
As
month.
opposed to Roger Rabbit.
Oh, one of my favorite characters. I love Roger Abbott.
See, who's that?
Sorry?
I'm looking for Roger and Jessica.
Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, that would be a nice movie.
When I find the figures, because it's hard to find the figures for Roger Rabbit and Jessica.
Right.
I want to do that. I have Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and
Good.
and Marvin the Martian. I have a piece of.
Oh, you have Marvin the Martian.
Yes, I'm going to do a piece with them on different planets. Duck Rogers. They're fun.
Duck Rogers. Yes.
So it's a space piece with all 3 of them.
How about Rocky and Bullwick?
I haven't thought about rock and roll. I have one I'm planning on doing, which is Godzilla in LA, downtown LA, versus Powerpuff Girls. The Powerpuff Girls. And I have a King Kong one versus Mecha, the robots from anime. So I have like different pieces. So I go to comic shops, I go to Comic Con, I go to there's a place called Frank and Sons. I get all the figures. I collect figures, so I'm obsessed with putting. Now I'm starting to put a lot of figures in my pieces. So
The next big show we're planning is actually a comic con. We would like to have this beautiful booth and have like this small sculpture spread out, through this space.
Which Comic Con? San Diego?
San Diego. So they're gonna go from this size all the way to that big size. So by next year we're gonna have a lot of pieces.
Well, hopefully we have
We have sold some.
So maybe you'll be here like producing.
Yeah, it's coming right up. Does it happen like in July or August?
In
So
July.
we'll skip it this year, so it'll be next year.
Next year. I don't have time because I still have to prepare a lot of these pieces. But if I have a booth at Comic Con, I need to have like a nice size booth with a lot of good merchandise. I have a lot of things prepared. I just need to.
Were you into all these characters as a kid? As a child? Were you into all these?
Oh yeah. I grew up in cartoons and animation, anime, all of it.
Where was that you grew
Saudi
up?
Arabia.
In Riyadh?
Riyadh, yeah.
Okay.
Every day at 4 p.m. In the US, they have Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
Now we have every day at 4 p.m.
Every day.
Every day. Looney Tunes, Hanna-Barbera, Woody Woodpecker, Betty Boop, everything.
Well, I was growing up in New Jersey. We had late afternoon. It was more like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But we had Popeye,
Yeah, we had Popeye.
Betty Boop, the earlier stuff.
All of them. We watched those, and we had early in the 80s. It was in the 80s. We watched them. They were dubbed in Arabic. We didn't know. a lot of them were actually anime, Japanese anime, which were dubbed in Arabic, like Mazinger, Gandaiser, a lot of these.
Supercar.
Astro Boy.
Astro Boy.
That would be
Boy,
good,
there's so much growing up. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with American culture anyway, so I used to go rent VHS tapes, because back in the 80s, with VHS and all the videotapes, a lot of video shops, they used to record from American TV with the commercials and then rent them out. So
So the commercials were the most interesting things.
oh yeah, I grew up watching those, and I can recite a lot of commercials from the 80s.
And I came from the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. Yeah, and our first videotapes my dad brought were pneumatic tapes. And one of them was Bob Hope Special.
Bob Hope Special.
Yeah, that was the
Were these instrumental in your learning English, or were you brought up speaking English?
No, I taught myself English. I'm watching all the tapes, watching, reading magazines, books, whatever. And yeah, I taught myself and watched my older siblings, go to school. I learned with them. And I had one of my favorite books my dad got. Because my dad was in the military, so he used to get a lot of gifts. One of the books called We Americans. That was my obsession. It's history of the United States. So growing up, that's all I had. All the time I was looking at it, doodling on it. And then a couple of years ago, I looked on Amazon and I found it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
It was written in English.
It's an English book, big book. So now I have it in my office.
I'd like to see this.
Yeah, come to the office. The office is really cool.
We'll do that.
No, we've been visiting this, that, and fun projects. I just last month, I think, a month ago, I did a film role on a limited series. It's a mobster. I played a police captain, and one of the scenes was with Mark Pellegrino. He was the devil in Supernatural, and he did. He's a known actor. It was.
No, I recognize his name.
Yeah, I was my first time back doing a scene with somebody, and he completely went off script, threw me off.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
They told me,
That's the
because-
pros.
Yeah,
So you lost your cues.
Hmm?
You lost your cue.
For a little bit, but he was very helpful. So like we kind of went back and forth, and it went well. So yeah, next month there's a big project.
Oh,
Set
really?
director, yeah, with two really big names.
Wow.
So I'm waiting for the director to start working on it. He said in June. So
It's kind of like a renaissance, man, from film, front of the camera, behind the camera, to producing sculptures, painting, and taking pictures. So basically, your life is art in many different areas.
that's what I love to do. And during when my parents were alive, I couldn't do a lot of this. And I couldn't travel because all my travel was with my family, especially towards the end of our life. Most of the travel was with me, and she was traveling with me and my little sister. But she passed in 2018 away. Okay? Nothing is keeping me here. I need to spread my wings.
But did your parents support you being a creator? Like, so there was a lot of suppression growing up.
Well, not so much as suppression, not caring. Completely didn't care what did I do. Fine. I mean, I used to dress more or less like this back home. With the bracelets and the rings. Yeah, I raised a growing up. My dad was like the military. For 60 years, he started the armed forces in Saudi Arabia. He was like huge in the government.
Not just Army, but the Navy and the Air Force.
All the armed forces, yeah, Minister of Defense. He was that. until he retired. Then he wanted to retire. So, but he had to retire. I mean, it was so much pressure.
I mean, creating a modern army.
Yeah, and saved the country from a coup multiple times.
I was going to say.
Yeah, like one of the kings wanted to kill the other, his siblings, and take over. He said no, he went back to them. And there were a couple of Shiite uprising. Shiites. They were, and he went and stopped that uprising.
Sometimes not using the army is the best thing, right? To keep people safe.
Yeah, and he was wise. He was very powerful. But until now, when I meet people in Newham, he did so much good. He didn't tell anyone. He helped a lot of people. So, but until now, people appreciate it.
That's one of the great ironies. For the peacemakers, look to the soldiers.
Yeah, when the soldiers are good,
Yeah.
they do so much good. So yeah, so I have a lot of supplies.
You wanted to have you come over for a while, but this studio was it hard? Like was it like
for a while
you had to wait, right, until someone.
Well, I had to leave the old studio because the guy left the lease. So it took me a while to find this place because either too expensive, too small, not enough windows. I found this, and the owner and his son, they're amazing. And the building itself, the energy is hot.
I know that natural light coming through.
Yeah, but they showed me a couple, but this one has the 3 windows. It's perfect.
You might be one of the sculptors here, Peter.
Exactly. Well, I just have to leave this leg behind.
That's why I have the 409. I spray my.
Oh really? Sometimes you like.
I spray my shoes.
Yeah.
Fixes it.
Gotta be careful.
So yeah, this is pretty much my work. So yeah, I was trained. I had actually 2 degrees in graphic design.
2 degrees.
In graphic design. One from Colorado Institute of Art, Colorado Institute of Art in Denver, and then I went to the University of Miami, and it was a major bachelor in advertising, and with emphasis on graphic design. They did not accept the credits from Denver, so I had to retake all of it. But the thing is, I learned everything by hand. Life drawing, perspective, font, type font, all of that.
Typography?
Typography. Yeah, typography. Everything I did by hand. I learned a lot, It's not.
No, that's how it was done.
Yeah. Until now, people told me, oh, use iPad, use Procreate. I couldn't get comfortable doing that.
You use it as you can. It's there if you need it.
It's a tool, yeah.
Very
You
simple. David Hockney uses it to help.
Yeah, that's that. If it helps them, excellent.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very talented with the iPad. For me, I couldn't.
It's a digital pencil.
Yeah, that's a digital pencil. But for me, I like the feel of the pencil and the paper. And now, I'm doing my. I don't know if I have. I don't think I have it. I do with pen and ink. I do pointillism. So I started doing a couple of them. I just finished the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
All just little dots. Also, everything I do is I combine in different pieces. So, yeah, my life, everything.